You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are simply stuck in a mental loop that is holding you back from moving forward. What if I told you that a tool used by billion-dollar companies could help you break out of this loop? In this video, I will show you how to overcome procrastination using SWOT analysis and how to apply it to your life. As you know, SWOT consists of 4 basic headings: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. First, I will tell you about the strengths section. Let's get started. The first strength that will make you resistant to procrastination is self-awareness, which is your ability to notice when you are procrastinating and to observe when and why you are doing what. For example, you have to go to the gym 5 days a week, and you have recently stopped going to the gym and started eating bad. If you are aware of the things you need to do, you will not feel bad during the recovery process, and you can quickly refocus on your sports life. So, the most basic issue I want to tell you here is self-awareness. When things go wrong and your plans don't go as you want, if you have high self-awareness, you will definitely pull yourself together very quickly and continue. The second example for strengths is goal clarity. The clearer your goals are, the clearer you understand what you want to do, which eliminates obstacles around you, so you take the right steps on the way to your goal. Let me give you a clear example about this subject. For example, you have an artificial intelligence project that you want to realize. You have a very long way to go in the field of artificial intelligence to realize this project. Getting up early every day and working to realize this project will not be difficult for you. As long as your goals are clear and concise, clarity removes the question marks in your brain and directs you directly to the goal. Are you ready for the third strength? This is task completion memory. That is, the confidence and internal motivation that comes from the work you have accomplished before. This can be adapted to everything. Whether you have run alone for hours before, or have ranked in any competition, or have beaten everyone in chess before, success is success. A previous success will give you confidence and motivation. This is a strength that should be taken seriously. That's it for the strengths. Most people only use SWOT in business, but you are using it in your life right now. And this strategy can change your life. Now I will explain the second part, which is the weaknesses. Generally, the written aspects are the internal obstacles that trigger procrastination. First of all, the first weakness found in most people is lack of time management. For example, think about setting a goal and having a long roadmap for this goal, taking risks and spending most of your time for months on this goal. But after a while, you think about not being able to plan your time correctly and not being able to prioritize the tasks you need to do, moving away from your goal or even failing. It will all seem like a waste, won't it? For this reason, it doesn't matter what kind of goal it is. Making a very good time plan for your short, medium, and long-term goals will protect you from failures. Time management is very critical. Most people who postpone their plans, goals, and lives have a time management problem. The second weakness regarding procrastination is perfectionism. Not being able to start anything because of the pressure to do everything perfectly is another weakness that you should pay attention to. Others may play football better than you, or code software better and faster than you. This should not pull you down. Just because others are better than you does not mean you are bad. As long as you procrastinate and earn your living, perfectionism will only waste your time. As long as you start, remember that your biggest competitor is not others, but you. The third weakness regarding the problem of procrastination is low energy and motivation cycles. Naturally, we are all human, and our motivation cannot always be high. Sometimes we can be low motivated and sometimes depressed. Sometimes we can be tired and sometimes full of energy. Being dependent on motivation and energy can cause us not to get rid of the problem of procrastination. Therefore, not being dependent on energy and motivation and being disciplined and goal-oriented will protect you from this danger. I have mentioned 3 weaknesses regarding procrastination. Which of these weaknesses do you have, or have you overcome these weaknesses before? Now let's move on to the third part, opportunities. The first opportunity I can recommend to get rid of the procrastination problem is the use of productivity tools. That is, using tools such as Calendar, Task Manager, Pomodoro regularly. Using these will both clarify and simplify your goals and plans. For example, if you made a plan about your goal and spread your to-do list over time with a calendar, you know what to do that day when you wake up every morning. Doesn't this make things a lot easier for you on the way to your goal? The second opportunity to get rid of the procrastination problem is to establish accountability systems. Yes, you heard right. Establishing an accountability system increases responsibility and can make you care more about the work you do. For example, writing down what you did that day in a diary every day, as if you were giving an account, can both help you see where you are and find inner strength to be better the next day. You can also do accountability to a very close friend or your brother, sister, or family instead of a diary. The third opportunity to protect yourself from procrastination is micro-goal structuring. When you divide your goals into 3 parts, short, medium, and long term, and divide them into branches, the path ahead of you will be illuminated, like the calendar opportunity I mentioned in the first part. In fact, following these to the letter makes things much easier, but the most important thing is discipline. Without discipline, even if you follow them at first, you will give them up later on. So yes, I gave you 3 big opportunities to prevent procrastination, but these opportunities are of little use without discipline. That's why discipline is very important, and motivation is a volatile thing. Finally, let's move on to the threats section. In my opinion, the first threat to be careful about regarding the procrastination problem is constant digital distractions. Every vibration of the phone, every notification that appears in the corner of the screen actually takes you millimeter by millimeter away from your goal. When you start working, the social media that you open thinking it's just a video suddenly turns into the biggest enemy of your time and focus. Because of these digital distractions, the deep work state is interrupted. The habit of procrastination is strengthened. If you do not notice this threat and take precautions, the tasks that you need to focus on are constantly postponed, and mental fatigue is inevitable. For example, imagine that you are a graphic designer. You started working on creating an original graphic design system that has not been done before. You allocated 4 hours a day for this, but as soon as you got to the computer for 1.5 hours of these 4 hours, you wasted both your time and attention with the videos you opened, and your project preparation process was inefficient. That's why one of the threats to the procrastination problem is digital distractions, and taking precautions against this will be very useful. Let's move on to the second threat, toxic environment or peer pressure. This is a threat that I have experienced in the past, and I recommend that you take it seriously. This may be the biggest procrastination problem on the way to your goal, a bad environment, and a circle that does not understand you and pulls you down unconsciously, even if they do not want to. For example, you need to spend 3 to 4 hours of time for yourself and work every day to develop in your field and get further, but because of your circle of friends, that is, because you cannot say no to them, you constantly go somewhere, play PlayStation with them, and repeat this cycle constantly, thus depressing the process you are in, and this is why your constant procrastination problem has grown. Of course, you can spend time with your friends, but if you are in a process, you should care about yourself and arrange your time accordingly. If you cannot stick to the process consistently, you can postpone success, so doing a job on time without postponing is a very correct move. The third threat is the unrealistic expectations of others. Since you watch this video, it is likely that what others expect from you and what you want to do are quite different from each other. Maybe what your elders expect from you is completely opposite to what you want to do. This is a very serious and sensitive issue, but the procrastination factor is also a significant threat. Therefore, in order to eliminate this problem, working on your own goals without upsetting or hurting your family or those who expect from you can be an effective solution. Now that the analysis is over, I will tell you how to adapt this SWOT analysis to your own life. As you know, SWOT analysis consists of 4 sections. In this video, I found the 3 most common subheadings in each section for you, and I explained them with examples. If you want to adapt this analysis to your own life to get rid of procrastination, take a paper and a pen in front of you. Find the 3 most common topics you encounter in addition to the 3 subheadings I explained in each section. You will find a total of 12 topics. I gave you 12 topics in this video. You will have a total of 24 topics. Analyze these 24 topics and make concrete changes in your life to get rid of procrastination. For example, not looking at your phone as soon as you wake up this morning, waking up before the alarm rings, or shortening your screen time. Find these because you know yourself best. I will continue to explain SWOT analysis in a simple way that will not bore people. If you want to continue this series, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on notifications.